The DVT program has been very, very impactful for me.
This DVT program is a very, very lovely one.
I've been given more tasks in the office because I've been more efficient.
I would also like to encourage other youths out there to look for a way to be on this program so that Nigeria can be a better place.
DVT is the way forward.
Yeah, the dual vocational training, it's something that is actually unique to the Nigerian education system. Right from the planning stage, we had a situation in which the German experts visited our industry. They saw what we needed, they saw the instruments we are using, and the curriculum was designed to meet the needs of the industry.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Nobody is saying anything. I believe you all know why we are here. Someone said no. Did I hear that? Janet said no. Or is it movie that said no? We're all here to celebrate our professional administrators. Or are they administrators to be after being certified? Which one is that? On behalf of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Office of the German Consulate and the Project Office of the Dual Vocational Training Program in Nigeria, welcome you all here to the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Today is the graduation ceremony of the second batch of Office Administration Profession and Project Management Profession of the Dual Vocational Training Program in Nigeria. By the power conferred upon me by Engineer Stephen Kennedy Awoyele, the project coordinator, I want to declare this program open by inviting Mr. Shegun to give us the national anthem. All right, all Nigeria's come again to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The name of our heroes was joy ever in them to serve with pride and and then the German national anthem. We may sit. Thank you all. Today by recognizing the dignitaries in our midst. We are all dignitaries, but some people need to fill the table for us on the front. Never mind. We are all important in your personnel today. Right on the list, I would like to call on His Excellency Sebastian Polting from the German Consulate Office. Please, can you move to the high table? You're welcome. Can we appreciate them, please? Next on my list, I would like to call on Mr. Suboma Ajimogobia, the chairman of the Board of Business Education Services and Training Units of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. He is also a vice president of the chamber. He is representing the president of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Chief Dr. Mrs. Nika Akonde. You're welcome, sir. I would also like to recognize our partner from Ogusima, Mr. Jario Yeshola. He's a council member of the Chamber of Commerce, Industry, and Agriculture, all the way from Egba, Alaska. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for coming. Another partner that is there is the Director General of Nigerian German Business Association, Mr. Agbenga Adebija. You're welcome. Also like to call on Mr. Pam Chua Musa, the ITF training manager. That's also one of our partnering institutions on this program. You're welcome, sir. To my short-term experts, I would like to recognize Mr. Frank Pospisil. I hope I'm correct. And also Mr. Martin Ott. To the local trainers from the organizations, I can see people from Voice of Nigeria, from NGBA, from ADCAM, from Muslim Bail and Energy Services, I'll see Poise Nigeria, Fountain of Life Church. Pardon me, I don't really have all the details of the organizations, but you're all welcome. Thank you for coming. Also, to our invited guests, we appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. Straight to the program of the event, I would like to call on Mr. Soboma Ajimogobia to kindly please give us a welcome address on behalf of the President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
The German Consul General to Nigeria, Mr. Ingo Herbert, represented here by His Excellency Mr. Sebastian Porter, Chief Executive Officers of participating organizations present here, the Coordinator, German Dual Vocational Training Partnership in Nigeria, Engineer Stephen Awoyede, our highly valued trainers on this laudable program, graduates of the Dual Vocational Training Program in Nigeria, our honored guests, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press. On behalf of the Board of the Business Education Services and Training Unit of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I am delighted to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion, marking the official graduation ceremony of Apprentices in the Office Administration module of the German Dual Vocational Training Partnership with Nigeria. This occasion marks the successful completion of the second cycle in a series of DVT training modules that the BEST unit is currently implementing in Nigeria. The elaborate training processes of this current set of graduating apprentices commenced with a debriefing of nominated eligible apprentices in March of 2016. Following a rigorous selection regimen, a total of 27 apprentices from 18 companies who had successfully completed the selection processes, having met carefully defined eligibility criteria, were admitted to the program. The first instructional contact period began in October 2016 with a total of 23 qualified apprentices. Based on a 12-month intensive training program, these contact periods ended, I believe, ahead of target, almost 2 months ago. in July 2017, with scheduled orientation and follow-up workshops held in sequential order and based on prescribed modes of intervention. We are all gathered here today to celebrate the successes of these well-trained young administrators, and also to express our very sincere appreciation, and also to commend the very robust and sustained financial commitment of the German Federal Ministry of Economic Development. The extraordinary efforts and implementation strategies deployed by SICO and GmbH and the German Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Gießen-Friedberg, together with those of the Dynamic Project Office in Lagos, Nigeria, in successfully achieving carefully structured deliverables to mainstream dual vocational training in Nigeria are gratefully acknowledged. We also salute the significant efforts of other respected Nigerian partnering institutions on this important project. They are, in no particular order of ranking: first, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria; second, Abuja Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture; third, Ogun Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture; fourth, Nigerian German Business Association; and fifth, the National Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NACIMA, to whom we extend special gratitude for consistent, committed, and laudable collaborative efforts in the entire dual vocational training project now underway in Nigeria. Much is being done by these very important partners to underscore sustainability of this program well into the future as we approach the inevitable closure of the funding window, a critical success factor from the government of the Federal Republic of Germany. A round of applause, please. We are confident that our Nigerian partners will rise to the unique challenge of shouldering the onerous responsibility for this important project, and also for sustaining it in the years and decades ahead of 2018, as we collectively strive to build a critical mass of competitive, productive, and highly skilled workers. If you'll permit me, I'd like to just deviate from script in the tradition of President Donald Trump. As I like to say, the oil and gas party is over. Unfortunately, we did not maximize the benefits that we could have derived as a country from the God-given resources of oil and gas in Nigeria. And so here we are. Our future is agriculture, agro-allied industries, and of course, manufacturing. Governments around the world articulate economic policy objectives every year. Every fiscal year, they speak to jobs, stable prices, balance of payments, and of course, GDP growth. This program, the DVT program, speaks to all of these indices without exception. It's a very, very important program, and I think that you all deserve our commendation for successfully completing the program, and you must recognize the important role that you're playing in the development of this great country. And so if I am permitted, as a shared vision, we hope to become able to expand our frontiers not only throughout the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but also beyond our borders. Of course, with the tacit endorsement of globally acclaimed German technical support, expertise, and excellence. To our successful graduates, And I notice we have a very, very strong polarization. I see a lot more ladies than gentlemen. Is this reverse discrimination? I heartily congratulate you, one and all, for your very laudable achievements. I implore you to meticulously utilize the knowledge acquired and application skills learned in the course of the training to various duties that shall be assigned to you as you return to your respective organizations. We expect that you will become worthy ambassadors of the dual vocational training program wherever you may be deployed in the future. To our highly respected trainers, we commend you for giving back so much of your time, treasure, and talent to our society, and for being such an important part of this early phase of our DVT journey, and what we all expect will become a great success story, or one of the great success stories of this extremely beneficial program as it unfolds and gains momentum throughout Nigeria. Your leadership and guidance is deeply appreciated. To our invited guests, we thank you for taking the time from your very busy schedules to honor our invitation to be here today. And finally, our unreserved gratitude goes to the 18 organizations whose apprentices have taken part in the training program. Without your solid support and the confidence that you have reposed in us, our DVT experience might have been sadly and markedly different. I thank you all for your memorable roles as progressive change agents impacting the development of Africa's most populous nation in such a positive way. You have indeed earned our great respect for the roles you have played in providing the baseline interface platforms for giving effect to DVT in Nigeria. You deserve and are worthy of special recognition from the government and people of Nigeria for your outstanding pioneering efforts. We count on the continuing support of others in the organized private sector in collectively embracing and sustaining this timely and highly impactful project of significant value addition to Nigeria. I thank you all for your very kind attention. Thank you.
We can do better. We can actually do better. Thank you so much, sir, for a well thought out speech. You're highly appreciated. While he was giving his speech, I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Simeon Aleji. He was actually here before now. I never knew he was the MD of Total Alliance Nigeria Limited. Total Compliance Nigeria Limited. You're welcome, sir. Please come to the front. I would also like to recognize the presence of the MD of Shepherd Health Nigeria Limited in our midst, the person of Mr. Obafemi Aluko. You're welcome, sir. Please come, sir. We appreciate the comment, sir. I don't want to be sacked. I introduced everybody, but I left my head of unit. My apologies, ma. I would like to recognize the presence of my head of business, education services and training units of the LCCI, the person of Mrs. Foluke Oloni, the mother of the administration. Thank you, my very much. And lastly, for now, my director. Maybe it was deliberate that I forgot to mention the head of my unit. While my vice president was giving his speech, we had the entrance of my Dr. Vincent Tawani, the head of advocacy unit and entrepreneurial development unit, and as well as the first minister of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Is actually wearing great hats. Thank you for coming, sir. Next on the agenda is the welcome address by the coordinator, German Vocational Training Partnership with Nigeria. The person that we all know, the person that we always like, running away from his troubles and his knocks and his pants and his thoughts and his thoughts. I would like to welcome Engineer Kehinde Stephen Awoyele.
Today, if you look through my mind, if you look through my head, I am very, very excited because sitting here today is not by mistake. It is a very planned orderliness. It's a very planned and aggressive output delivery by people sitting here on the high table, and by some of us here from the company CEOs that are here seated, from the directors that are here seated. First of all, I want to thank you all. I think I will go to my speech now. It's a very short speech. Your Excellency, the German Consul General, represented by His Excellency Sebastian Polzi, the short-term expert here present, Mr. Frank, Mr. Martin Oak, the DG LCCI, the Vice President LCCI in person of Mr. Ajimogubia, thank you very much for your efforts. The CEO here present from the companies, without you, we will not be here. All we do here is a demand-driven training vocational. If you don't need people, they will be sitting here. Because you needed their skills, that's why you picked them. Parents and guardians here seated, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the existing protocols. I'd like to welcome everyone to this solemn and joyous occasion. Let me start by saying I'm very proud and glad to be addressing you today as the project coordinator of the DVD project in Nigeria. Within a short time frame, we have graduated apprentices in all 4 professions in Lagos, namely industrial electronic profession, industrial mechanic profession, technical facility management profession, and office administration / project management profession. Generally, for all German companies, vocational education and training are among the most important sources of skilled employees. Companies provide training within the system of dual vocational training because they want to ensure the supply of skilled employees for tomorrow. Basically, the dual vocational consists of 2 core elements. First, to mention